Hello everyone. I am Fuad Arabi, computer engineer. So today I'm going to show you how to enable remote desktop in Windows Server 2016. By default, in Windows Server 2000 desktop, remote desktop is disabled. As you can see here, the remote desktop disabled. So I'm going to show with you how in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to turn on and enable remote desktop protocol RDP. Just a note, please. In Windows Server 2016 Essential Edition, remote desktop is already enabled by default, so you will not need to manually do this. Remote desktop can be enabled through the graphic user interface which we're going to follow easy step by step here. So, how to enable remote desktop? The first step is to open Server Manager. When we open it, by default, Server Manager will open when you log into the graphic user interface. Otherwise, you can select it from the taskbar here. So, within the Server Manager windows, select Local Server. Select Local Server from the left-hand side. You may need to wait a little for it to detect the current state of your system. You should see that the remote desktop is listed as disabled shown below here. So by default, it's already disabled. Click on the disabled text, which will open the System Properties windows in the Remote tab. Yes, and the next step is from the System Properties windows. You should to select Allow Remote Desktop to this computer as shown below. Allow remote connection to this computer, and then click on the Apply. If you already created some user here, you can add which user you want to remote desktop from this server. Add the user and remove any user that you don't want to remotely access to this server. And then click OK. Just a tip. You can also open the System Properties windows approach by entering System Property remotely in the command prompt by PowerShell. You can do this step. Just open your PowerShell. We have here the PowerShell manager, and we can do it. We can do this step by using a PowerShell. You can access it. Open PowerShell, and then you can type just wait. You should to wait a moment. And then type system properties remote. As you can see, we can enter there and allow remote desktop. It's the same step. Once you select allow remote desktop to the computer below, warning message will appear advising that this will create the required firewall rules in Windows Firewall to allow remote desktop traffic from any source address. Select OK to properties. When we enable it, just the next step we should to enable the firewall, remote desktop from the firewall. Enter the control panel and then system security firewalls, allow an apps or feature through Windows Firewall. Click on it and then search for remote desktop. As you can see, remote desktop is currently enabled. Okay, and close, and then we can access. At this point, you can optionally click in the select user button to defend specific user or no, we're already installed. And then let's back to the server. Back to server, remote desktop may still show as disabled. We should now to refresh the dashboard. Close and open it. We should to refresh after clicking on the refresh button. Okay, now it's enabled. That's it. Remote desktop show now it's ready to use it. Let's test it. Okay guys, see you. Goodbye.